You're not happy? You're not because you're not happy in God. Not ability because God can do anything He wants to. God can do anything He wants to. God can do anything He wants to. You have lack faith in the fact that God, all that, which He's figured it all out in advance. And say, God, I have been running around almost like a chicken with my head, almost like a chicken with my head, almost like a chicken with my head, almost like another angle to survive, and yet don't survive, and yet don't survive, and yet don't survive. Place in your spiritual experience where you can rest, where you can rest, where you can rest. It's not up to me. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up this thing through. It's not my ability that's going to see this, ability that's going to see this, ability that's going to see this, ability in myself. That I know, it's work together for good to them that love you love God. I know you've put your faith and trust in faith. One step further and say, I know it's figured, and it's my responsibility to. And I'm not talking about a faith. Your success is fatalism. Fatalism simply says, that's not predestination. Worked it out. Doesn't mean to say that we're not laborers, say just you right now that you sort of just close your eyes and say, well, que sera, heart, and say that. Face the cross as a vocation, calling us. Could say what it could happen, what if circumstances and circumstances, whatever happens, I know what to do. Happens, I also to do. I credit toward the mind of the command of God, crying of Jesus, crying of Jesus. He man, second Timothy, second Timothy, and he's like so like for his reconcile for in this reconcile in the set of the test to do to die on me, don't be a full mate, just be and just give it stuff and give it to stuff. You is part of you and part of that is not that I not say that I won't say you even won't let it you can get even let it can get and when you're isn't your and wait is never happy faith never is happiness is all hope this all living moving and play so what I'm saying happiness is knowing but I've got to learn what my role is to be faithful to pursue. Now there's where you have the settling point. That's all about. You'll never be happy as long as you're trying to, exactly the way you want it to be, and you think it should be, Our solutions don't always. Happiness is knowing it's figured out, that God has got it figured. God to work it out for good. I believe God, and He's going to bless me in this thing. And so I'm going to use the law of use. I'm going to get in. Someone has said, God helps. Hey, that's true. When you do what is right, you turn is able to bless your attempts. A rain shower. The blessings of God come into us, out, and we therefore faithfully pursue care of what we don't know. See, that's what it boils down to. But what you don't know, you can know God has even. And I'm persuaded that He is able to keep, that He is in. And that's the whole point. Have you Have you point? God, I'm committing my future into your hands, into your hands, into your hands, into your myself anymore. I'm making myself miserable. I want to be able. I want to be able. I want to be able. Commit my life to God. And happiness is, figure it out. And so, God, I'm going to commit my life as, But maybe you've never come to the place, never know beyond the shadow of a doubt that you've been you don't have that assurance. Then you can't, because you have yet to become a part of the family of God, of born again by the Holy, that you can know spiritual power of God's people. Repeat to Jesus Christ and say, died for my sins. I believe you rose to justify me, to the repentant heart, and believe you for and I come to my heart, Lord Jesus, I need. I'm going to be happy, figured it all out. Thank you for this, for it today, Christ.